Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. In this demo, I will be showing how we can migrate our databases using AWS Database Migration Service from one RDS instance to the destination S3 bucket. So all the databases present in the RDS instance will be migrated to the S3 bucket and the file format will be CSV. Without making any delay, let's get started. First, I will be creating a replication instance in Database Migration Service. Then I will go to the replication instance, create a replication instance, give a name for the replication instance, demo suppose replication instance. So these are optional. In this demo, we are not providing any of these values. As DMS T3 medium will be fine for us. So in this demo, we don't need any high availability. We will be choosing this dev or test workload. Then storage capacity, I'll be having only 50 GB. Then connectivity and security, I am selecting IPv4. So 12 stack we don't need now. And I'll be using the default VPC and subnet group, default subnet group. And this is publicly accessible. We must choose this. Then in advanced setting, availability zone, no preference, we don't have to select. Then VPC security group, it is by default selected. KMS key, AWS DMS. That's all. Now we can create the replication instance. So while the application instance is getting created, we will be creating a RDS instance. So I'll go to the RDS management console, go to the database, and then create a database. So I'll be creating a MySQL database. I'll be selecting free tier for this demo and give the name of the database, then master username and the password. Again, the password. DBTT micro will be fine for us. Next, public access, I will enable this. Then VPC security group I am taking as default. Then next is additional configuration, not required. Then additional configuration here, initial database name, say MyDB. Then I'll unselect this, enable encryption, I'll disable. Then maintenance not required for now. Okay, I think I'm good. Let's create it. This will take about 2-3 minutes. Let's go to replication instance. The replication instance is also getting created. I'll be back when it will be created. Let's create the S3 bucket where we will push our databases from the RDS instance. I'll go to the S3 console. create a bucket. I will give a name like demo, suppose 1 2 3 4. Okay, then I will disable this. Then I will select this one and then create the bucket. S3 bucket is ready. Now go to the RDS and see. Okay, it is still getting created, and the replication instance is also getting created. Okay, so MySQL RDS instance is now ready. Let's go to the replication instance. So still it is getting created. Instance got created. We will go to the endpoints and create the endpoints. So first endpoint we will create for source endpoint. Source endpoint will be the RDS instance. Select RDS DB instance, then select the database MySQL. Then after that, this is optional. We don't need to use now. Source engine is MySQL. Then I will be selecting access to endpoint databases, provide access to information manually. Then I will be giving the password for that database. Okay, that's it. Now create the endpoint. Let's go to the RDS and see if our security group is allowing traffic for the DMS. So this is the security group attached to that RDS instance. Let's go to the inbound rule and edit this inbound rule. So looks like it's open all the port for all the IPs. So pretty much good for us. Let's go to our endpoint. If we go inside the endpoint and connections, we can test the connection using that replication instance. Run a test. This should be successful. Then only we can migrate the databases. So replication instance can able to connect to the RDS instance. So endpoint connection is successful. Now let's create another endpoint for destination. So that will be the target endpoint. So target endpoint will be our S3. So S3 bucket, suppose. Then the engine will be S3. Select Amazon S3. So we will be required a IAM role which has access to the S3 bucket. So let me go and create that. Let's go to the IAM console and create a role. Select service as DMS. Then next, I'll be selecting S3 full access for now. Then go to next and give the role name S3 DMS role, suppose, and then create the role. So role got created, and now get that ARN and paste it here. So this is the role that we have created just now. So bucket name So bucket name is this one, is the bucket name, and a bucket folder, suppose sample. So endpoint setting, not required. After that, we can create the endpoint. So the destination endpoint is created. Let's do a test connection, run test. So as you can see, the endpoint connection is successful. We can now go to the RDS and import a sample database. So I have a sample database that is downloaded from the internet, and this is the database. So I'll be using dbehavior to connect to the MySQL RDS, and then I will import that database whatever is available with me. So I'll be connecting to my database MySQL. Let's get the endpoint from here. This is the endpoint. Paste it here. Then the database that I was providing was MyDB. Then the username is admin, and the password that I have given, and then finish. As you can see, I could able to connect to my database. So MyDB, that database is already available, the initial database that we were creating. Let's quickly import the database. So what I will do, I will create a EC2 instance and then install MySQL server. After that, I will connect to this RDS instance and import the database. So I will be creating a EC2 instance. I will go to the EC2 management console. I will create a EC2 instance, launch a EC2 instance named MySQL Connect, and then I will be using Amazon Linux base image, and then T2 micro will be fine for us. Then key pair, I already have one key pair, so I will be selecting that, and then security group, okay, allow SSH traffic from anywhere, that will be fine. Let's launch the instance. So instance is getting created. Okay, so I will connect to this instance. Let's get that public IP, go to the mobile storm, and then paste the IP, get the PAM key, and then connect. So EC2 user will be the username. So I could able to connect to the EC2 instance. So Amazon Linux, this is the EC2 instance. Let's install MySQL. So I will go to the Google and see how to install MySQL in Amazon Linux. Let's quickly do this. So let's get that RPM first. So RPM got downloaded. Then after that, DNF install MySQL. Okay, next it is sudo dnf install MySQL community server. Okay, before that we have to update the yum repository. Okay, now install this. You can see that MySQL server is getting installed now. Let's do the MySQL. Yeah, MySQL is installed now. Let's connect to the RDS instance. I will go to the RDS and then connect to this endpoint. Let's clear the screen. MySQL host. This is the host endpoint. Then user admin password and then DB name, the initial DB name. You can see I could able to access the server, and so if we do SO database, okay, these are the databases currently present in that RDS. Let's import that database. So I will open this in Notepad++, then I will paste it here. This is not the correct way, but I am just wanted to do it quickly. That's why I'm directly copy pasting the SQL script. Let's show the databases. Okay, so new database got created. Let's go to DBAver and do a disconnect and connect it again. Yeah, as you can see, this is the database that is created. Let's go to our AWS console and create the migration task. So here in the AWS DMS, we can see this database migration task. Here I will be creating a task. So task name is migrate DB from RDS to S3. Okay, application instance is this one, and my source database endpoint is this one, and target database endpoint will be the S3 bucket. I'll select all these default values. Target table preparation mode, drop tables on target. If there is any tables with the same name, then that table will be dropped and new table will be created. And LOB column settings, limited LOB mode, so maximum LOB size is 32. Then data validation, I am keeping it turned off. Then here in selection rule, we have to give a selection rule. So schema, I am selecting enter a schema. So schema will be like entire schema, whatever that is present in the RDS. So we can use a percentage sign for source table name, all the tables that we want to migrate. So the percentage will select all of them, then include and exclude. So we'll be migrating all. So we are including, we are not excluding anything. We can do a transformation rule, but I am not going for this transformation rule now. Unselect it. Then start migration task. This will be automatically on create. Let's create the task. So database migration task, this is status is creating. So this will take about 2-3 minutes. I'll be back once it is started. Now the status is ready and progress is 0%. I will quickly go to the S3 bucket and see if data are started coming inside the S3 bucket. Let's refresh this page. Okay, you can see the sample directory is already created. Inside the sample directory, our databases are getting migrated. So these are the tables according to the table name. This is the CSV files. So all these databases are like migrating now. So status is running and progress is 100%. So all the databases are now migrated to the S3 bucket. So these are the tables that were present in the classic models database. These are the 4 databases present. We can validate that once again. So this is the classic models, MyDB, MySQL, then system. So all these databases are migrated to the S3 bucket as a CSV file. So these databases will not be migrated. These are like system databases. So this will be not migrated. So that is how we can use database migration service to migrate our database from RDS instance to S3 bucket or from RDS to RDS. But we can use database migration service to migrate database from one AWS account to another AWS account using service endpoint. Suppose we are migrating from pre-prod to dev or stage to dev. That time also we can use this database migration service and migrate the database from pre-prod or from staging environment to the development environment or maybe QA environment like that. That's pretty much I'm done with this video. Do like, subscribe and share the video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.